I wake up in the morning, telegram in hand, R2R community, the coolest in the land. Cheese cream drops a joke, got me laughing loud. Then I start to scroll down through the daily crowd. Who's the OG printer, lighting up the zone? Is it Dama Beast or Sav on the throne? Or maybe it's Friday, Flexmas is here. Time to throw some gains and flex without fear. I toss out some questions, looking for the signs. Inside fix is ready, dropping out for lines. I keep on reading, can't look away. Those spicy emojis make my whole day. Then someone yells exit, get off post chain. But I ride the waves through pleasure and pain. I live in a limbo of hope and despair, but we're all in this boat and I'm proud to be there. Yeah, I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game. I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game.
All right. Welcome to R2R Wreck to Riches live stream video content. Don't forget to smash that like button. You got to retweet this. We need as many people in here as we possibly can. That way we get the YouTube algorithm going, right? Pound that like button, subscribe, post notifications. You know the drill. Happy Sunday to everybody out there. If you're watching this on Twitter, it's important that you retweet this video. I'm going to be sharing with you how I made my first $500,000 in crypto 9 years ago, guys, with a privacy token. All right. So the privacy token that we're going to cover today that we'll get to into a quick second here is FIRO, right? But before we do that, turn the music down. Always remember, I am not a financial advisor. I am for damn sure not a professional. This is cryptocurrency. Don't ever allow an influencer on any social media platform out there to influence you when it comes to cryptocurrency, because you could get wrecked. All right. You could lose it all. You can lose every penny of this listening to people. And let me double check here. I don't think it's showing that I'm live. Oh, I had to push. StreamYard's acting funny today. StreamYard's acting funny. I don't know why it wants to like double stream. I guess it has this new option when you can watch horizontal and whatnot. So we're live. Let me double check and make sure we're live now. Let me double check. Let me get this going. Are we live? Yeah, I think we're live. I think we are live now. Yeah, StreamYard has this acting funky, bro. I make a stream and it's got two going on YouTube. It's doing like this new vertical, horizontal look and whatnot. Gosh, that's annoying. But hopefully, let me see if people are starting to get in here now. Yeah, I think they are. I think now you can see the stream. I think now everyone should be able to join. Let me just go in real quick and double check. What's the major malfunction? Yeah, okay, so that stream's live. All right. So it's giving you two different link options now. One to watch it all weird. I got to go change that. I'm going to go change that right now. I'm going to go swap that for the one that's live on Twitter. Gosh, I wonder why I double did that today. It's trying to double dip in the dip of the dippity dip. Let me update that because today's video is important, right? I'm going to basically share with you guys, like I said, how I made my first $500,000 in crypto 9 years ago, what that investment amount was, and how it was in the privacy token sector of cryptocurrency that is now on and popping today. All right. Where's my music at, though? Where's my background music? All right. So we're going to talk about FIRO. Taking a look at the price. Listen, if you are, and before we continue, don't forget to check out one of the proud sponsors of the R2R live stream and video content. Head over to dexfi.com/bonds. They've already paid $722,000 in USDC passively to the people that minted their bonds over on base, right? Over on base, you're getting paid in USDC. Already 20,581 bonds have been minted, APR 77.09%. You get exposure to the strategies that they use, guys. It's all autopilot. It's all done for you, right? That's complete with expert entry and exit timing. You get the precision managed liquidity and range settings, which is feeding a DApp right now known as Plasm, which go watch my videos on that, with real yield. You've never seen that in DeFi, all right? Now heading over to our other proud sponsor of the R2R live streaming video content, all you guys out there on Pulse Chain, right? Discover crypto. Discover all your favorite, whether it's altcoins, meme tokens, utility tokens, Pulse Chain core tokens, meaning the RH tokens like Pulse, PulseX, Inc. You know the whole drill. All your onboards can figure out how they get from Ethereum to here, from Solana to here. It's all laid out. Your one-stop shop. Discover crypto. That's dscvrcrypto.com. Don't forget to visit them and have a, hey, go check out if you're that Pulse, you're on that Pulse Chain platforms right now, buying and selling, doing all that. You got to head over there. And shout out to tools.tires. Head over there. They're having a pre-sale right now where it's just all your under the hood, right? Everything from swapping to launch pads to everything you need under one hood, all in the same garage. I got a video on that as well. I'll check it out. But let's jump into, what I want to talk about. My first $500,000 made in cryptocurrency, guys, came from the success of having the interest in privacy tokens. Okay. Now, if you're in FIRO right now, the reason you're in FIRO right now and you're winning, right, is because you follow me. But you not only follow me, you're not only a subscriber to the channel, but you are a member of the members only on YouTube, or you're in the R2R VIP group. I did a members only video 6 days ago when this was at $2.24. Going public to my members only content, talking about how I'm loading up on this token, on FIRO token over on base. I gave all my reasons, right? And it's still mega early, all right? Every time you want to catch some alpha, it's $2.99 a month, the price of a Cambodian coffee. If you are not in my VIP group or my members video group on YouTube, click the link in the description for $2.99 a month. Are you kidding me? There's some plays that we are sitting back and just chipping away profits for months now. Members only got into Tibber about between 5 to 8 cents. We've been riding this bad boy to 40 as the market's correcting. We're still at 26 cents, right? For those who got in at 5 cents, they're still a 5x. For those who got in at 8 cents, right, they're still at a 3x. While everything else is tanking, right? And right now we're loading up on Alpha Keck. I got members only content about that as well. But right now about FIRO, like I said, the crew got in $2.24 and let them know I had been loading up and my reasons for that. And I've been talking about privacy tokens for years. Now, the one token that I bought that I made my first $500,000 in crypto was Pivx token, guys. I was an early investor in Bitcoin, bought $250 Bitcoin. All the Bitcoin, my first 30, I think it was about 35 Bitcoin I bought, was all under $300. By the time I got to 50 Bitcoin, I was averaging probably DCA around $500 or so, right? And I started buying Ethereum at $7, and I got in on Zcash early, but I round tripped that magnificent God candle. I round tripped it because I was like, dude, this is going, I got to hold it long term. And yeah, it was a long wait until things turned around. But I found Pivx because I understood 9 years ago my shift from my interest in blockchain, which was Bitcoin, and then shifting my interest into smart contracts, which was Ethereum. when Ethereum was $7, there was none of this infrastructure and Uniswap and all these things that you can build on, all these, different layers you could build on Ethereum and all these wallets. Like, there was none of that, right? So I had a clear understanding, this is the future and I'm going to invest in it. I don't know what that's going to turn into. I'm not sure. I didn't know. But I knew that privacy, understanding that when I look at a transaction that I made on Ethereum, like when I sent a transaction on Bitcoin, when I sent a transaction on Ethereum, I was like, whoa, this is weird because crypto's not private. It's very innovative, right? So got to think of yourself being in a store and you're making purchases and openly, publicly, people know about what you're buying, who you're sending money to, how you're transacting, right? We know the banks can see all that, through their software, but imagine an address attached to you and everybody knowing that that's you. And I was just like, that's weird. I don't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like the idea of that whatsoever. So I just knew that privacy was something that was necessary. But again, the privacy tokens were way ahead of their time, right? But I stumbled on PIVX. The reason why I made $500,000 on PIVX many moons ago was because I put $2,500 into it when it was below a penny, okay? And when the bull market came back in 2017, where Bitcoin basically went, I wrote it from 250 to 20,000 and it went down, everything started taking off. And PIVX went all the way to $11. Remember, this is a privacy token that I fell in love with. I was known for being one of the biggest influencers on PIVX, right? From an old YouTube channel back in the day. I've done this YouTube thing over and over again. I have big channels. I deleted it. Now I'm like, okay, I got to be here for good. I've always left for the same reason. You get burnt out. I was making 2 or 3 videos a day, trying to grow my channel. And now I'm 10 years older and 10 years wiser. But again, privacy tokens 9 years ago, at the time wasn't ready because no one understood what the importance was of even blockchain or crypto in general. But privacy was I was not feeling comfortable when I remember a friend of mine, he's like, oh yeah, I saw you buy some Bitcoin. And I was like, how'd you see me buy some Bitcoin? And he showed me on the blockchain. And I was like, oh, well, what's your address? And then we started following each other and we're wallet watching. And as DeFi started to get more exciting with Ethereum, we're like, oh, dude, I saw you invest in that. And there's an ICO. I saw you go into that. It was weird to see somebody doing something and then starting to tie connections to who other people are. That's transparency, but there's no privacy, right? Blockchains for transparency, but privacy was important. So PIVX, right? I fell in love with it. I made my first $500,000 on that run, getting in super early while people were still trying to figure out how to even buy Bitcoin. And then once they bought it, if they hadn't interested in anything else like Ethereum, how did you get your Bitcoin and convert it to Ethereum? And there was only centralized exchanges like Bittrex, right? We had Cryptopia, which, oh my gosh, that went down. But PIVX was the first time I fell in love with privacy. And I was able to get to know the team. I did wallets where I was doing tutorials about staking PIVX, and you would stake it on a wallet, a software wallet on your computer. And I had all this PIVX, and every time I would get a reward for staking, it was a ton, right? Because the network weight back then was so light compared to the amount of people that started watching me. And then my coin reward started to kind of be a little different because the network weight, the amount of people that would stake their PIVX to earn those rewards off of the blocks, right? But zero knowledge technology, zero knowledge proof is absolutely important. And now people are starting to talk about it and be excited about it. Right now, people are looking at Zcash the normies and they're seeing, oh my gosh, it took off, right? Whoa, I need to buy Zcash. They don't understand the importance of the privacy aspect, right? He says, so you are the Pivx guy. I've been wondering for a while. I fell for every ICO trap there was. And I remember I stopped following you. The joke is on me. And I remember I stopped following you. The joke. Yeah. So you were the Pivx guy. I've been wondering. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. ICOs were crazy. Like I was getting into a bunch of ICOs. The only ICO that panned out was Tron. I got into that. And, yeah, I was doing interviews with the founder, Fuzzballs, Grant. It was zero knowledge proof was something that they were just talking about for years. It was developing, okay? But all these features and the master nodes, I was a master nodes fanatic, right? I was setting up master nodes. I was looking at Dash. Everyone said because Pivx was the competitor to Dash, that me personally, I gave Dash a black eye because how more private and much better of an opportunity Pivx was versus Dash, right? Let's see. Like, I didn't follow your advice, but I did watch your videos. Oh, okay, yeah. It was a long time ago, right? So you got to remember, like, I was in early in everything. I was so early to privacy tokens. I didn't realize that it was going to take almost a decade for the eyes to start to turn. But now the tables have shifted, right? So we have FIRO. Now, this is still an early opportunity. When I find an opportunity like this, though, if you're not in the members only, for the price of a Cambodian coffee, $2.99 a month, we do weekly content. You're never going to find some of these gems that I've been finding for the past 10 years. I have a track record of people that do know me from my last... when I did Pivx, that was my first YouTube channel ever. Left YouTube, came back, made one to 30,000 subs. Everyone remembers for getting in early on Binance Smart Chain and a lot of other, high risk, high reward opportunities, but Pancake Swap, yield farming for cake, all that stuff. But that's all, everything in the past. Here's today. Today, privacy is on fire. So members only got in last week. We'll go back to the chart. 6 days back, we're buying way back from here, right? let me log it. Let me log this from 5 days back, right? And we're getting in over here. Now I've already been buying tokens like crazy for weeks now, but it's like I've been in my research phase. So now I'm just full blown porting, like boom, 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 buying. It's low liquidity, small market cap, 3.2 million. But I like the fact that it's on Binance Smart Chain. Here's my speculation too. Let's go back to their website. Is CZ sees everything that comes onto his chain and he embraces it. Like Asterdex came. He's, embracing them. He's shilling them. He's a advisor. Anything like a meme token, we've seen him talk about a few in other platforms. But when a privacy token on his blockchain, right, starts really sparking the interest of investors, and I think there's going to be the opportunity that FIRO could do that, right? And if and when it does do that and it gets the nod of approval, this thing is going to go to $20, $30, $40, $50. I speculate that there's a high chance that possibly could happen if it gets the nod of approval, because privacy tokens are important right now to everybody as far as they're bringing green candles. But when they realize the importance of what it brings to the table, that's a lot different. But let's look at the tokenomics of FIRO. The token supply is 850,000 tokens. Okay. This token is not something that has millions and billions. 850,000 tokens, guys. Okay. You come here, you see MEX 13, 8.7% of the tokens, 74,000. There's these top two wallets here that own 26.5% and 16.7%. You do your research and find out what those are, but the smart contracts are listed. Binance has 5,000 tokens. There's not a lot of tokens, okay? There is not a lot of tokens whatsoever. If you go into Dex Screener and you see what's pooled, there's only 2,844 tokens that are pooled with Wrapped BNB. This token was not born yesterday. It's literally 4 years, 5 months, and 28 days old. And it's the right time to shift focus. And what I've talked about with my members only is shift focus on privacy tokens, but understanding why you're buying them and why they are important. Okay. So imagine crypto without privacy. Okay. Let's go to their website. Okay. We're just going to highlight a few things here. Sparking a privacy revolution. FIRO is a privacy preserving cryptocurrency and ecosystem, right? How it works. FIRO stands out by leading the charge in privacy, protocol innovation, pioneering research focus, yada, yada. Now, FIRO developed Lelantus Spark that provides trustless on-chain privacy and high anonymity sets. And Dandelion Plus technology provides a network layer privacy. Now, it talks about the blockchain, proof of work, right? 21.4 million total supply. So there's 850,000 right now. Plus, it has tail emissions. There's 3,900 masternodes. You set up a masternode, you can start earning. But let's talk about what people don't know yet. What I knew 9 years ago and why I was excited. And I made $500,000 off a $2,500 investment in Pivots. Okay. $2,500 I put. And that was from buying it, between below a penny to a penny with every paycheck I had. Because before then, I was buying every paycheck. I would throw it all into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $250. I did the same thing with Ethereum. And then I discovered XRP at half a penny. When I fell in love with Zcash, and then I saw Pivots below a penny, I saw these are the things that were important to me that now people see green candles and now they're like privacy coins. But here's what's important, what I've always known. So crypto without privacy, right? It's transparent surveillance. Think of it that way. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's transparent surveillance. So every single transaction that happens, whether that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pulse Chain, Binance, Base, Solana, wherever it is, it's public. Forever. It's always going to be public. It's always going to be public, right? And to me, that means anyone can see your wallet. Anyone can track every token you buy and sell. Like I told you at the beginning of the video, me and my buddy were tracking each other's buys. It was fun at first and it got weird. People can front run your moves, right? People wallet track and front run people's moves. They actually set bots to track, right? So everything links to your identity and who you are, doxes you, and it's all on-chain history. So without privacy, is crypto truly free? Is this freedom? Without privacy, is this truly freedom? Think of that. It's basically banking on a public spreadsheet. If your bank and everything that you had in your bank account could be seen right now, how embarrassed would you be as an individual, right? You have $5 in your bank after every paycheck and your paycheck to paycheck, and people could see that. Your neighbors, the people that you see outside, your friends, your peers, your coworkers can all log on to Ledger and see how much you have in your bank account. See how much you spent, on Amazon. See how much you spent at Chippendales, which is a male strip club, and you're a guy. You know what I mean? See how much you spent on fast food. How much you spent at a sex toy shop. How much you spent, this month on, DoorDash and everything, to your balance, to how much you're worth, right? That's all private. None of us are talking to each other amongst the world. And we're just like, I know how much you got in your bank account. Like, no, that says that it's not a thing in the world. There's privacy. Okay. There's privacy. Imagine how many people would feel insecure about being out there, and you're traveling, you're in a bad area, and people just know, like, hey, he's got like $5 million in his bank. Like, that's it. It's weird. So privacy, the fungibility, money must be interchangeable, right? So if coins have traceable history, then some become tainted, flagged, or even blacklisted. There's been cases of being blacklisted. That's not crypto. That's not freedom, right? That destroys fungibility, which is the core property that money needs. All right. So privacy coins, when it comes to FIRO, Zcash, Monero, and the other one that we talked about in the video, Beam, which Beam, also, you know what? I'm going to save the Beam Alpha for the next video I do for my members only. If you want to be a member, it's $2.99 a month. If you're not willing to pay $2.99 for the price, which is the price of a Cambodian coffee, then you're just a cheap ass, and you don't want to make money, right? You don't want to network with people. You're not serious about it. But if you do, and you want to catch some alpha, some knowledge for somebody who's been in the space for a freaking long time, click the link in the description, right? So privacy coins are just going to make everything equal, right? Unlinkable, untraceable. That's why the government is fearful of what's going to happen with these. And it just, from that point, everything becomes real once you get privacy. So it's going to protect people. It's going to protect the traders, investors, the whales especially. And that's what we need. We need privacy. We need protection. We don't need people to see when we bought. We don't need people to see how much you own, when you're accumulating, when you're dumping. You need that privacy. It's important for traders, whales, builders, businesses. Everyday users need that privacy. It's a must. You have it in the real world, and you should have it in crypto. All right? There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Okay? So that being so important, that right there, when you have a $3.2 million market cap on Binance Smart Chain, a privacy token that delivers that, and you're not bullish on it, I don't know who you are or what you're thinking. Liquidity's low, and I'm listen, there's many others, but when I first bought Pivx under even a half a penny, below a penny, and I put my $2,500 and turned it into $500,000, I was having to buy 80 bits at a time every day until I got my $2,500 in. And then the liquidity went way up, and I was able to cash out slowly. I mean, that's where the opportunity is at. When the liquidity is low, 21K, and the market cap's tiny. What else are you looking for? The rest of the world is excited all about Zcash right now. Oh, let me buy Zcash. It's $600. What if you had Zcash at a $3.2 million market cap? And right now the supply is like 850,000. It'll only ever be, what was it, 21 million, whatever it was. We'll go re-verify. And you don't see the need for privacy? Privacy equals security from hackers, scammers, kidnappers, social engineering, on-chain doxing, all that stuff. If you're a high net holder, privacy is not an option. Okay? It's not. It's just privacy is going to also unlock institutional adoption as well, right? So big players will not enter crypto in size if people can see. Everyone's like, oh, Michael Saylor's dumping. Oh, BlackRock's dumping, all that. Like, no one wants you to see that. No one wants you to see that, right? And I acknowledged that years ago with Pivx. I had bought Zcash like at $30 and it went up high. I round tripped that bad boy. I was like, it's never going to stop going up, because back then the market caps collectively were under $100 billion when I was in crypto, even less at the very beginning. So I just seen so many things. Now, I will say this. If you understand why it's important for the institutional adoption, right? Because the competitors can see their positions. The public can see treasury moves. Their strategies become transparent. That's not why the rich get rich and the poor stay poor. is because the rich are making moves and the poor have no idea how they keep getting rich. Now the secret's out. Transparency is important to the big institutional money as well. You got to think about who wants that, who's going to demand and want that privacy. Banks, corporations, hedge funds, governments, payment providers. So that's where Lelantus Spark, which is FIRO, and Dandelion Plus, and the zero knowledge proof systems become game changing with FIRO, right? That's where it becomes game changing, and it delivers everything. Okay, it delivers everything that the big money and just your normal investors going to want to have. So with Spark assets, right, FIRO extends privacy beyond just transactions to assets themselves. The feature conceals the type of asset being transferred, making it perfect for creating privacy-focused tokens that can be used and secure anonymous applications like voting or private tokenized assets. That's real. Listen, man, we're right where we need to be in a position. And if you're watching this stream, and if you watched the members only video 6 days ago and you're laughing now because people are buying at 381, people are going to be laughing later at people that are buying at $5 or $6. This token could be easily $10 to $15 soon, right? Very soon. It can be life-changing for a lot of people, or it could go to zero. That's why I'm not a financial advisor. However, I do feel that the importance of the things that we're talking about, right? The privacy is a fundamental human right. Money is speech, just like Richard Hart has always said. Speech deserves privacy. Don't forget, you don't post your bank statements on Facebook, right? Are you out there posting your bank statements on Facebook? No. You don't let strangers browse your Venmo history, do you? Right? Do you let your neighbors see your tax returns? Have you ever gone out there and to say, hey, Jimmy, come here, why don't you take a look at my tax return? Would you want your entire financial history public for people to view that on chain? Everything? So crypto must include privacy. I felt that way 9 years ago. I feel that way even stronger now, today. But what it took was the technology was so new and disruptive. It took many years for people to discover why they should buy Bitcoin. Then it took many years why people should be invested in Ethereum because of the power of smart contracts. Now people are understanding crypto. They're onboarding in Solana. They're making money on meme tokens. They're making money on utility. They see it all. Now they're going, whoa, I'm way exposed and I'm getting hacked and things are just going crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm transacting and everyone can see what I'm doing. There's a lot of dumb people out there, especially influencers, that are getting caught dumping after tweets, right? Like, hey, it doesn't matter what they hold. You shouldn't know. So they're going to run hard, though, because, and it depends on which ones you pick, but regulation is not going to be able to stop them. So the governments are going to be able to ban the interfaces, meaning the UI. They'll shut down the website, right? They'll start by shutting down websites. They will probably blacklist exchanges, but they can't kill what crypto is, the math, the code. So the protocols like FIRO, Monero, Zcash, Beam, Secret Network, there's a lot out there, right? It's unstoppable code. It's unstoppable code. So the next cycle narrative, all right, I'll throw the nugget out there. And why in the members only content, $2.99 a month, jeez, we are finding what is going to break out into the next cycle. Privacy, right? FIRO, AI, truly using AI, why we talk about AlphaKek, and ZK, all right? Zero knowledge. AI knows everything. Governments want more data. CBDCs increase surveillance. Exchanges platform. You got to think, like, the privacy coins and ZK powered ecosystems, this is massive. This is why FIRO has momentum. This is why Monero never dies. This is why ZK chains are booming. So the reality is that privacy tokens, guys, they're not some like dark market coins. Like they're going to instill the fear in us. They're not. They are financial freedom coins. Okay? They are financial freedom coins. That's all it is. It's not meant for evil. So that's what crypto was supposed to be. Now it's just Wall Street 2.0. All right. So with the members only out there catching FIRO at $2.24, I'm literally positioning my people ahead of the curve. And those three aspects and those three tokens that we're going to make a lot of money heading into this cycle. There's different cycles. The Bitcoin cycle, the 4-year cycle, has been altered. You can no longer sit there and wait for a 4-year cycle. There will be cycles of their own. And then just like I labeled it, and just like I'm telling you, you want to hear it and see it first. The next cycle narrative that will happen on its own with or without Bitcoin is privacy, AI, and zero knowledge technology. Zero knowledge powered ecosystems. I'm telling you today, you can mark my words. You can believe me. You can say I'm full of it. But don't forget to pound that like button. Don't say I didn't tell you. Click the link in the description if you want to have those private settings with the members only. That the people that believe in me the most, that I want to win, I will continue to deliver you stuff like Tibber that we got in 5 to 8 cents. I will continue to deliver the best AI Fracto 2.0 tech out there in the industry known as Alpha Keck and the big things they're doing that were acknowledged by NVIDIA. I will continue to tell you about things like FIRO at a small market cap that have everything that you could possibly want to check mark as being bullish, ZK being one of them, the privacy scene early before it booms as far as why people want it. They want it because it's a green candle right now and Monero and Zcash are taking off. They don't even know why they want it. But I'll tell you why you want it and why you should have it, because it's financial freedom. This is the stuff that I saw 9 years ago, and I did it 9 years ago, made one of the biggest plays of my life before I had the bigger play of my life, which was Hex. And then we go into Pulse Chain, which is all just the place where DeFi truly exists, true decentralized, environment. But that's not today's video. Don't forget to pound that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, become a members only. We are going to dive into the opportunities that are here that present themselves in this next cycle that's starting. And trust me, everyone's going to follow. Everyone's already starting to, but they don't even know what line they should get in and for what reason. But the nugget in the last video is the interesting one. The nugget in the last video, and I'll bring it up here, is the interesting one. Beam. I'll tell you one thing, guys. Privacy tokens go up and down in value. But what if you want, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to tell my members only about what to look for that is going to be the next biggest thing and why. Because privacy tokens go up and down. That's your only clue. Don't forget to pound the like button. Until next time, we'll do it again. Yeah, dog.
I wake up in the morning, telegram in hand. Heart to our community, the coolest in the land. Cheese cream drops a joke, got me laughing loud. Then I start to scroll down through the daily crowd. Who's the OG prince, lighting up the zone? Is it Dama Beast or Sav on the throne? Or maybe it's Friday, Flexmas is here. Time to throw some gains and flex without fear. I toss out some questions, looking for the signs. And side fix is ready, dropping out for lines. I keep on reading, can't look away. Those spicy emojis make my whole day. Then someone yells exit. get off post chain, but I ride the waves through pleasure and pain. I live in a limbo of hope and despair, but we're all in this boat and I'm proud to be there. Yeah, I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game. I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game.